Guys, we are here. I cannot, like, right behind me. Do you see it? I cannot believe I'm here. I can't believe this is life. I don't think anyone really realizes, because unless you like talk to me every day on a regular basis, you wouldn't know. But I have been like in love and obsessed with this car for the last 2-3 years, from the time they first announced it. And I was just so excited. Like, and then I get invited to test drive it. What? I've never been invited to do anything like this a day in my life. I've been invited to try things, like to try products. I've been invited to like watch shows and do reviews for them on different streaming apps, but I've never been invited to something like this. Like, let me flip the camera so you can see. Like, do you see that? Nissan Ariya. Guys, let's go inside. No.
Right, so we have 3 levels of autonomy. And it's going to be indicated on the dash with 3 different colors.
Okay.
So white is going to be what we call intelligent cruise control. And that's nothing more than adaptive cruise. So if you set your cruise at, say, 70, and there's a slower car in front of you, it'll slow down and match that car's speed.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to worry about laying off the throttle or hitting brakes. It'll automatically slow down. And then if that car gets off the highway, or if you change lanes, then it will automatically speed up to your set speed of 70 or whatever that set speed was. The next level, as long as it can see the lines on either side of you, is going to go green, and that's going to provide some steering assist, so you don't have to steer the car, but you do have to keep your hands on the steering wheel.
Right.
And then the last level is going to be blue mode, or what we call ProPilot Assist 2.0.
Okay.
And then that's going to provide you with hands off. You can take your hands off the wheel completely. Let me show you a little bit about some EV. I'm going to go ahead and put us in drive. I'm going to turn E-step off.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get us up to 40 miles an hour. And then notice how much we're regenning. We're getting just a little bit of regen.
Okay.
Now I'm going to put us into B mode, which is called brake mode. I'm going to do the same 40 miles an hour. And then lay off. And now look at how much more regeneration I'm getting. So I'm putting more energy back to the battery in B mode than I was in regular drive.
That's amazing.
And now I'm going to do E-step after this red light here. There we go. Let's get back up to 40. And now it went and took that regen all the way across. It
I saw
filled
that.
up that regen. Wow. So not only does it decelerate more and provide you with a more accurate, precise driving feel, just a single pedal driving, it will also put more energy back into your battery. That's
awesome. So for someone like me who, and to be fair, it's because I haven't been, I'm a road trip kind of girl, but because I knew I wanted to upgrade my car, and Nissan dealership did tell me as long as I kept it under 60 miles an hour, 60 miles, I could get the highest value potentially. But since I am a road trip kind of a girl, the Tesla charger stations, would I be able to charge this car there as well?
So there's 2 kinds of charging stations at Tesla. They've got their superchargers, and they have what they call destination chargers. You'll be able to use their destination chargers with an adapter, but you won't be able to use their superchargers.
Okay.
You'll find their destination chargers at like hotels and restaurants and that sort of thing. Most of the time you'll find the superchargers in large banks.
Okay.
Not monetary banks, but large banks of charging stations.
Okay.
So for example, one of my friends, John, lives out in Santa Monica. Not even a quarter mile from his house, he's got a bank of 60 Tesla charging stations.
That's amazing,
and
I believe it.
Charging stations.
I so believe that. Well, did you hear California is trying to make it illegal to have a gas car? They're trying to go full electric.
In 2030, they're not going to sell gas cars. Now, there will still be legacy cars out, of course, that are just around, but they won't be selling any more gas-powered cars. So when I get to this merge point ends, it's going to go blue.
Okay.
And then I can go hands off.
That is awesome.
Now what's really cool is our display here.
Yeah.
Our old system doesn't have this display, so you just have to trust that it's working. And there's no trust at the beginning, right? Because you don't know how it's going to work. It really just takes a while in order to build that trust. But now I know what it's seeing. So right now I'm looking around my car. There's nobody in my blind spot. There's nobody in front of me. There's nothing on my display. So when it sees what I see, I am happy. So now it sees a car coming up in my blind spot.
Right.
I see it in my blind spot. Thank you, system. I know you're working. So it gives me a lot more confidence right away that the system works.
That is amazing. And you said you use plug share.
Yes, and I'll show you. I go one step further. Let me get off here. We're gonna get off. And then notice that I am not hitting the brakes. The vehicle is slowing us down.
That is amazing. And are we on E-Step?
We are.
Yep. So E-Step is
Notice
what
how
allows you to
it slows me
go.
down without the brakes.
Yeah. And that's because we're in E-Step.
Yeah. Now if we're not in E-Step, just get us merged.
We would be in full control of the stop.
Not in E-Step, and I lay off of the throttle, it still wants to go. We still have plenty of inertia without the electric motor slowing us down.
Got it.
But I prefer E-Step. I like driving in E-Step because then when I lay off the throttle a little bit, it slows down a little bit. If I lay off the throttle a lot, it slows down a lot.
Right.
So once you get used to the system, about 90% of your driving is done without hitting the physical brake.
That's amazing. My next question, because do you live out here? Or I
live in Florida.
Okay, so you would not know. We get so much snow. So how does this car fare in snow, sleet, hail, all the elements?
So this car is going to be a little bit more stable than your average car this size because of its weight.
Okay.
So it's got extra weight because of the battery holding this car down to the ground.
Right.
So when you've got, say, this much snow, you've got extra weight getting your tires down to the ground.
Okay.
So it'll be a little bit more stable. You can also get this car in all-wheel drive as well, and that will definitely help on the traction things.
For sure.
So this is a cool feature here. It'll work on that side as well, but I've done this side. You get your tires about 2 to 3 feet away from the end of the white lines.
Okay.
We've got our auto park button right there. So we're gonna push this guy. These little blue lines here, they call them gills, and those are searching for parking spots. It's already selected one for us. We can do perpendicular parking, or we can do parallel parking. If it's a one-way road and the parking is on this side, it will still parallel park on that side. So we're doing perpendicular. We're gonna do start, hands off the wheel, hands off brake, or foot off the brake.
No way. This car is legit. This car is parking itself. Wait, are you guys seeing this? This car is parking itself, guys. Look at, like, his foot is not touching anything. Like, look.
And are we right in the middle there? Did that do a nice
That
job
is
or what?
perfect.
And it turned the blinker off. It put me into park. All I've got to do is turn the car off and then go inside.
That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I have nothing to complain about that system.
So there's 2 glove compartments. They're right here. 1, 2. So amazing. You got your cup holders. It closes, which is really nice. We don't have a regular Prindle. If you know what that means, then you know. It's more of a like go back, very futuristic. Then here, I have no idea. Oh, there it is. Lots of space. Lots and lots and lots of space. This is so cool. There's a lot of space here in the back. As you can see, you've got charging ports right here, and you can control the seats and how they feel, which is awesome. Individual charging. Amazing. Let's see. Open the trunk. Wow, that's a lot of trunk space. It's a lot of trunk space. I really like how you can't see the car. Right? It's huge. Look at those rims. They're lit up. I don't know if you can tell, but they're lit up. We got some cup holders here. So futuristic. So something that I'm noticing that's very different about this car than my car has a black button, but it has this. I wonder. So I have a 2015 Nissan Versa Note.
Okay.
And on my driver's side, I don't remember if it's on the passenger side, there's a black button where if I double tap it twice and my key is near, it'll unlock all the doors. Is that what
That's
this
the big
ridge
plus
is?
switch. It's just done as capacitive now. So instead of having to push a physical button, it's a capacitive button. The reason why it's beeping at us like that is because the key's inside the vehicle. It doesn't
Got you.
lock. So you weren't doing anything wrong. That beeping was so I'm not going to lock because the key's inside.
Right.
Car's smarter than we are sometimes. On the lower cell on this
I'm perfectly fine with
we
that
also
one.
added it to the back door.
That's
So any
amazing.
one of the 4 doors, you'd be able to unlock the door you're standing at or all the doors.
That's a nice upgrade. Especially when you're grocery shopping and you just automatically go to the back and
I know. I get used to this feature. I have a Rogue that I drive for work, and I can go to any door and unlock it. My own personal car, you got to go to one of the 2 front doors. I was like, oh, I forgot I'm not at my work car, and I
right.
have to go up to the front door. So definitely.
And I love how there's 2 glove compartments.
Yep. Now the one that you drove has the power compartment in the middle over there. This one, being a little bit of a lower trim level, just opens, but doesn't have the power.
Got
So you'll notice
you.
a few switches right in the middle there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because they don't have the e-step on this one. Oh, yes, it does. It's right there.
It doesn't have the wireless charging indicator. There's no wireless charging in this one. It doesn't have the power switches to the center pin. Can I open the hood? Oh yeah,
That's
lower left.
good. This is the key. So the key in comparison to, I have a Nissan as well, as you guys know, or maybe you didn't know, but now you know. I've got a Nissan. This is the comparison of my 2015 Nissan to the new Ariya. That's the size comparison. Let's go look at under the hood.
I'm trying to get someone from an ice.
That is amazing. Look at the panel here. I think this is to lock your windows. This will, if you click this one, it should bring this in, I think. I'm not sure. The car's not on, so I also think you have to have the car on to do all these features. But lock, unlock. Whoa. It's so spacious. So much more comfortable than my car. This car is very different than the car that we drove. It's a lot more space. Like, look at that. I'm getting this car. So here's a feature that I've seen on TikTok that they were saying you can do with cars, but my car doesn't do it, where you can move this out to give you more space to block the sun. My car does not have that feature. I tried it and popped it completely off, so this is great. This is great. There's also, I just noticed this, there's an SOS. In the higher up model, it does have a sunroof. This model is, I think, the basic model, so it doesn't have the sunroof capabilities. But everything is touchscreen. Like, look at this. This is so... Ooh, what's that? There's a button right here. I don't know what this button does, but this is your... I think this is a P, if I remember correctly. And so, like, let's say you are at a red light and you want to put your car in park, you would click the P and it parks it, which is really nice. Nice size cup holder spaces. I think you can put a nice size tumbler in there. Of course, me, that's something I'm thinking about. Back seat, very roomy. Very, very roomy. And then down here, we have our plug-in. And I like that you can do a USB or a USB-C. That's really nice. And then you have your lighter. So, and there's space right here too. So that's really awesome. I really, really like that. And again, just look at how much space you have. So much space, like so much leg room, which is amazing for road trips and going to the drive-in. And it is in fact pronounced Ariya. RB. You guys, this experience was amazing. And check it out. I got a hat. I got a hat. I'm so blessed. This was such an amazing experience. I knew I wanted this car, but I was like, you know, we just paid off Lotus like a year in August. We've paid her off and a year of no car note. It's been really, really nice. But guys, this car is, for 2 years, I've been looking after this car, like looking out for it. And I feel beyond blessed to have been able to be a part of this experience. Like, I can't explain how honored I am that I got to do this. I am hungry. I am excited. Shout out to you, Nick, and you, Dan. You guys made the experience absolutely amazing. Shout out to Nissan for inviting me to be able to do this experience. I have no words. I have no words other than I am so grateful and I am so pumped for this car. I don't want to say goodbye to Lotus because Lotus has been so faithful to us, but I think it's time for us to bid adieu to Lolo. I don't know, but I still have some time. They're saying that they are thinking probably around fall is when the car will pop off. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll wait until then when it actually comes out, go into the dealership, get Lotus appraised, see what they're talking about in regards to how much they will give me for Lotus. I also know that New York says something about giving upwards to $7,000 towards getting an electric car. There's a lot of components here that that we have to think about, like a lot of variables that we have to think about. So this was an amazing experience. Thank you for coming on the journey with me. Please ignore my crazy hair. It looked really good this morning and then the wind got to it. But yeah, that is all for this vlog. I will see you guys later. Loves and like, share, and bye-bye.